John Deere L Series design backhoes reflect many considerations for security, but does this automatically ensure safety at existing work locations. Lots of safety equipment on backhoe loader, but there is no guarantee that safety equipment will get the job is done unless you use safety. The equipment in the unit is one of them. The most important part of safety equipment is that your seat belt is installed before you start the engine rollover. The protective structure by itself is not guarantee your safety if this happens upside down if you don't wear it. Your seat belt can be thrown off and destroyed. Do not operate under error. The impression that if the machine is upside down, you can survive or jump free from it. The impression may be fatal before starting. Come out. Do a quick check. Operational control is better to take a moment now to find out in a critical moment when it is too late. Avoid accidents. Backup alarm alerts people nearby. The machine keeps changing direction. It's operational even though it's a backup. The alarm goes off, you still need to see it behind you before and while backing up. Onlookers may ignore the alarm, especially in busy and noisy areas. Like before mentioned, it is up to you to use your safety equipment, and that's also up to you to use good safety judgment, as your operator has the main responsibility for the action. Backhoe. Always think about what you should do before you do it. Never stop thinking about what things are safe not to do. Only for yourself, but also for the people around you. It brings out other people. Important point, there is only one chair and seat belts on the backhoe, and that for you, the operator, doesn't carry it. Passengers, when working in crowded places, area reduces your speed. You never know what might appear in front of you. Should also reduce your travel speed. When on rough terrain or when carrying a heavy load, no matter what the terrain, always carry your bucket low for better this stability and visibility. Especially true when working on slopes. It is better to back up on a steep slope with most of the weight of the backhoe on the back of the spare engine. The tilt will help maintain the leading edge on the ground. Always drive up or down, tilt vertically. Avoid turning on a tilt. Is when the engine is smallest stable. It may be overturned when using loader. Keeps the loading surface smooth. And this level doesn't just make it easier to load the truck, but also avoid possibility of tipping over when loader is being lifted into a dump to prevent cave near excavation work, perpendicular to it or at a slight angle. This will keep the extra pounds away edge and limit collapse. When planning to dig a trench, this is the case. It is important to always call first. Underground utilities can be found and appropriately marked at your work location. The United States is one easy phone call away. 2811 starts the process. Get your underground utility lines marked for free when you call 811 from anywhere in your country. The call will be diverted to your local call center while preparing to dig. Sure the stabilizers have a solid foundation to rest to help prevent collapse. Make sure to put at least a pile of loot even 3 feet away from the excavation. Further, if the digging is deep, also in loose soil, a pile of residues should be placed further away to help prevent collapse when digging on a sloped pile soil on the top side. The machine ditch is more stable when swing uphill, and that makes it easier to recharge when turning off the unit. There are some simple procedures that you have to follow the machine as it should. Parked on a level surface, move the TCL into neutral and set the park brake lower. Front attachment to the ground. If the unit does not have a turbo cooling feature, operates the engine on half speed without load for a few minutes. This will help cool down. The turbocharger slows the engine to a low idle before stopping the engine for the unit. Equipped with a simple turbo cooldown. Press the stop button, then the machine will start. Automatically stops after cooling if required. After the engine is turned off, move the hydraulic control lever to take the pressure off so you make sure that the attachment will not move. If you turn off to that day, it was a good idea to lock it up a machine against vandalism that you never knew existed. Who might stop by if you plan to stop unit? You should always be careful.